Today, the Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset is here at Spaceless Gardens. As part of Rotary International's core value, community and economic development is honored. As such, the club decided to highlight agricultural sustainability. Agriculture on St. Martin is a trade that is very much overlooked, but is very vital to the community of St. Martin. Henceforth, we decided to highlight the benefits of agriculture on St. Martin. Take a look.
Spaceless Gardens is basically an innovative concept of looking at providing sustainable agricultural solutions for St. Martin. We've been established since 2013 and really focus on that objective in a broad perspective, looking at community outreach efforts and how we can use agriculture to be, a stable foundation for the agricultural sustainability. Well, if you look at agriculture, that's more than insurance, that's life itself, So at the end of the day, we all have to get up and eat every day. We all have to get up and cater for our well-being, healthiness and livelihood. So in that sense, basically, agriculture is basically, going back to the first question, the pillar of everything, the longevity of it, the livelihood, sustainability of different communities. It rests on the pillar of agriculture, so it sustains life itself. So with economical growth and community development, the first thing really that comes to mind is the first three letters, eco. And looking at that, going back to a nature perspective, is looking at the balance of how a cycle works based on how I look at it, based on how natural resources would allow it to work. So looking at how the community functions, looking at the resources we probably have in the community, how we can utilize them to be able to enhance and have a greater impact on our community. If you look at the cycle within nature, for example, something just simple as aquaponics, that's an ecosystem of fish being in a river and certain trees growing right close to that river. And just looking at having a balanced and stable economy, we have to look inside of our communities and look at what we have inside of our communities that can enhance it and make it a better socially interactive place for us as community members to reside. So looking at economical development, economics and community development, I kind of bring them together with Spaceless Gardens at looking at a eco-concept in the direction of how we can provide by using the resources and different things in our community to help enhance our community. Again, bringing it back down to the basics of the pillars of agriculture. Well, over the past 4 years, we've been really focused on research and development. What type of crops can grow in St. Martin? What type of crops are sustainable for our climate? And what really people are interested in consuming. So with that, we came up with a few number of things. I mean, people love everything, but there's a few things that really go faster than the others. And also being inside a community where it's different from, let's say, being in Beverly Hills, for example, where if you grow cherry tomatoes, people in Beverly Hills know what cherry tomatoes is, and then less people in communities like this look at they know cherry tomatoes, but they're not used to them. They're more used to bigger tomatoes. So therefore, sometimes just analyzing that, you'll know how better to cater for the community. So over the past 4 years, we've been researching sustainable crop types, what works, what doesn't work. And now we've narrowed down to a few things that are sustainable. Not a few, there's a lot of things that are sustainable. But for now, as we get back on our feet, we're focused on, things that people want to consume, and also things that are sturdy during coarse and warm weather. and things that are also how you say fast crops, so they don't really take too long to grow, and we do initiate things that grow a little longer. So in that direction we have, let's say, thyme, we have callaloo, we have arugula, we have salad mix, we have 3 different types of basil, we have okra, we have lettuce, we have bok choy, we have seasoned pepper, we have sweet pepper, we have onion chives, we have garlic chives, we have lemongrass, we have oregano, and we have, I'm missing something, so I just look it around a little bit. String beans. We have another few things coming, sorrel, we have corn coming also, another few things coming well. So in the direction, we have a wide variety of things still in the young stage, but then again, like I say, we're not really planting now fully commercialized, but we do have a lot of crops. But as the weather starts to ease up and give us a chance to do some more preparation now again, we'll be adding on to it, so we'll be having more to offer soon again. Well, every contribution counts, you know what I mean? Right now in a direction, we're looking at how much help we can get to finish off whatever volunteer work. We do provide compensated volunteer opportunities. So if we can get funds, or we can get volunteers, or we can get materials, everything counts. Sometimes it's not even necessary the money, but just having the right resources or the right materials to be effective in what we need to get done in the objective, then that is very positive. So with Rotary, in any which way, we have a number of things that we're trying to accomplish now. We're trying to finish off the landscaping, we're trying to finish off the restroom, we're trying to finish off the infrastructures on the property. Hopefully we'll get the green light soon. And then just volunteer efforts to get the place back cleaned up, get the trees pruned back up and back into place. And I think in that direction, anything that we're able to get as a contribution, whether it's monetary or whether it's materials or whether it's voluntary help, we're open for that, definitely. Well, I think everybody deserves a chance to be creative in their own aspect, to grow in their own aspect without limitations, without anything being able to hamper them, and for them to be able to get as much support as they can on those journeys. Too long we have been subject to the school system, in a sense where we've always been thinking inside the box. But we do want to start thinking and encouraging more people to think outside the box now that so much information is being advanced. Like I say, for me, the biggest thing is creating individual change, and I think that is the most significant, important thing to look at now, because it's each and every individual. When you look at what creates the mass of this world, you know what I mean? It's each of us have an important part to play. Even looking at biology, you look at the atom and you break down the atom, and then you have a proton, a neutron, and an electron. We have positive, we have negative, and we have the energy that we harvest to amplify either one of them. And with that, we could always try to influence each other more on the positive side and encourage each other more to complement back nature, complement back the environment, complement our communities. Support one another, support our young entrepreneurs, our small businesses. So with us, we are here looking at how we can individually just affect individual lives, with hope that we could inspire them to do the same to others. Hopefully over the course of time, it creates a domino effect, that you have more and more people just encouraging others and supporting others, that you no longer have that type of scrutiny, egos between people that just want to see something better done in their community. So with that, it's about, we're here just to encourage individual change by showing people that, hey, a healthier lifestyle, get involved with nature, get proactive. It also helps with exercising yourself, detoxing yourself, keeping yourself in shape, eating more healthy. It clears the mind and also allows the mind to think more effectively. And so with a better mind, body, spirit, and soul, people are more, how you say, granted the opportunity to make better decisions, wiser decisions, more decisions that they see that I wouldn't do this because it affects me, you know, it would affect somebody else also, so why would I even do it in the first place? And when we get more people to start thinking like that, looking at us again as that mass amount of organisms or atoms that create this mass of the world, we all have a role to play in order how the world keeps our longevity going. So that's what we're here to do, you know, focus on individual change with hopes that we can encourage one another just to do better within our communities, just to do better on a day-to-day basis with hope. And again, like I say, that it creates an effect that over the long term we could have a great impact on the climate change that also will allow us to stay here to continue doing that again, you know. Yeah, man, bless you. Well, I don't really consider myself to be the change. I consider everybody else to be the change because I just love doing what I do with hopes that it can influence somebody else to make a change with them, you know. So for me, it's like what encouraged it most of all was health. You know, I was an epileptic, you know, 4 years now, seizure free, off a doctor's medication. No doctor ever did that for me. I did that for myself by, you know, analyzing the magnitude of the benefits agriculture can have to your day-to-day life, to your day-to-day health complications. You know, people don't realize there's no cancer, there's no AIDS, there's no diabetes, there's no all of this stuff. That's just pharmaceutical terms. There's only really one dis-ease, you know, and that's the infiltration of the immune system. And if you could keep your body really detoxified by exercising, sweating, you know, and putting back the good minerals from the different foods, you know, like I was explaining earlier, iron, you can't eat iron, you can't eat zinc, you can't eat these things, but the earth also have these things, and we continue to take them out. So the earth is reacting now with these climate changes. It's the same way you don't put copper, iron, and zinc in them things in your body, but you can't eat them raw, so you consume them in the right plants that give you those type of minerals. So you keep your body and your immune system at its peak, and basically you eradicate any disease, any problem, any complications that you may have. And therefore, for me, that was the biggest inspiration, with hopes now that I can just encourage others to see that, hey, you know, a lot of us are dying even before 60, before 70, when 65% or maybe 45% of the world are living until they're really 80 years old now, you know. So, you know, for me, the big change was, you know, seeing the longevity of what it can do for one's health, you know. And with your health, that's the beginning of everything. You don't stop and pay attention until something goes wrong. You're busy, either work, either this, you got everything is so busy for you until the doctor tell you bye, you got cancer, or you got this, the world stop, everything stops, and now you start to want to focus on yourself. But why can't you focus on yourself from now? So with me, that was the biggest change, you know, starting to focus. I'm still not perfect, you know what I mean, and nobody is, but the most important thing is, where can we start? How can we influence others to start? So that was the big change point for me, the health of it, because without the health I couldn't be here still today to have this conversation, you understand? So like I say, it goes all the way back down to agriculture again. What you put inside your body, how you treat yourself will allow you to be here for that length of days to help to maybe encourage others.